The struggle is real. Getting kids back on a normal sleep routine after summer break. Many kids haven't had a bedtime.
Right.
They haven't had an alarm for months. Nope. But with most kids heading back to school in the next few weeks, now is the time to gradually get them into the school routine.
All right, we have an expert here to talk about this. Lindsey Burchfield is joining us. She's a certified pediatric sleep specialist. Lindsey, thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, first of all, you're a mom of two. Is this something that you even struggle with?
Well, absolutely. So my kids are 5 and 8, and like every single family during the summer, we have late nights, we go on vacation, we enjoy the holidays. The difference about our family is we're not perfect, but we do have a plan on how to get back on track. Okay. So as a result, I just want parents to know it's not about being perfect. It's just having a plan.
I want to know about the plan. I
Yeah.
need to hear, like, what, I don't know if it's a long plan that you can explain, like, over the course of a long time, or if it's something you can give us some highlights of right now. Like, what's step one of your plan?
Yeah, of course. So there's 4 things that I like to tell parents. So the first one is you want to anchor your morning wake time, and that's 7 days a week. Okay. So even on the weekends.
That means like the same time every time.
Exactly, okay. At least within about 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right, even on those weekends, which I know is hard when a parent wants to sleep in. Yes. The second thing would be getting out into early morning sunlight within 30 minutes of waking. That hands down for us and for our kids is the best way to anchor our internal body clock. Okay. And then the third one is to do a wind down routine about 60 minutes before bedtime. So think no more electronics. Right. We're going to have a slow moment. We're going to dim those lights. And then that fourth one would really be all about having a predictable bedtime routine. So kids love knowing what's coming next to cue their body. So again, this isn't about being perfect. It's just about being consistent.
Right.
Okay. How much sleep should kids be getting in the first place?
Yeah. So this can kind of shock parents. When we're talking about that preschooler age, think anywhere from 10 to 13 hours of sleep.
That is crazy. I mean, we actually covered some of this earlier this week, so I'm not surprised to see it now, but I can't believe that that's actually the number.
Absolutely. And then when we go to our school-age kids, that's going to be 9 to 12 hours. And our teenagers even need 8+ hours of sleep to really be able to get all of those restorative benefits.
So 12 years old is like 6th grade, so that's like the beginnings of middle school. 12 hours is half the day.
I know.
They're growing,
funny, right?
I do have another question going back to your sleep routine. And
of course.
All that sounded like it made a lot of sense to me. But when you talk about getting out into sunlight the first 30 minutes of the day, ideally, that's going to be a real struggle come like December, when sometimes kids are getting to the bus stop and it's barely sunlight yet.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So we're going to do the best that we can given our circumstances. At the same time, there are some different techniques and tools out there to help if you are really serious about it. You can bring certain light bulbs into your home to provide that light exposure, but let's just do the best we can with what we have.
Yeah, here's some of the tips that you gave earlier, which were so great, and you should start implementing those now. How long does it take? Like, should you start now? Like our kids, I think yours go back next week too.
They do.
Next Wednesday. Should we be starting this now? Are we too late?
No, we're not too late. Being too late would be the night before school, and that's what a lot of parents do, right? They make that mistake of just waiting for the night before and like, oh man, we got to get on track. Yeah, but if you can start at least a week out, you really are going to see a lot more of those benefits. So ideally what we want to do is just slowly be pushing back our morning time and our bedtime by 15 or so minutes every few days, and that's going to set you up for a lot of success when kids are back in school.
I will tell you, we all have kids. I feel strongly about this one. The easiest night of the year to get them to go to sleep is what night? Do you know? Christmas Eve. Yes. Christmas. I remember like Christmas Eve when the kids were like, also was like, can we go to bed? It's 3:30 in the afternoon.
Right,
so
exactly.
Beyond that though, it is a struggle. So we really do appreciate you coming in, Lindsey. Any more questions?
Yeah, real quick, because we kind of pulled up the full screen there and I just want to talk about it. How do you know if your kid needs like a sleep reset?
Yes, that's a really great question. So most of the time, kids aren't going to be like, Mom, I'm so tired. They're rather going to show us that they're tired, right? So if you're seeing things like a lot of bedtime struggles or just hard to get them out of bed, they're fussy, they're whiny, they're losing focus, or they just look sleepy, then there's a really good chance that you need a sleep reset at that point.
Okay.
Last thing should probably be, where can parents go to get more help? Do you have that information for us?
Yes. So at Parenting Practice, we actually have a free sleep success guide for school. And so you can go on Parenting Practice Co. Instagram, you can download it there. And then during just the month of August, we always talk about back to school sleep tips on our socials, our Substack, and even in our monthly newsletter.
Such great tips. I guess I need to start now because I'm 5 days out.
You got this, Corey.
We're I have a friend. If not, I'm just going to give her a call. What do I do? They won't wake up in the morning. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
I
you,
love that
Lindsey.
you have that free guide as well.